yesterday's price is not today's price.
Imaginary players aiming coach right. Master recipes under stove lights. The number on his jersey is the quote price. You order Diet Coke, that's a joke, right? Everybody get it off the boat, right? But only I can really have a snow fight. Detroit nigga challenge, what's your dope like? If your bin's bigger, step it up to ghost life. Missy was our only misdemeanor. My tunnel vision's better under stove lights. You order Diet Coke, that's a joke, right? My workers compensated so they don't strike. Wish me luck, see green like Don Bishop. The ones you trust don't change like them chains you tuck. Far as I'm concerned, who's the best? Me and Jesus. Washed and dried, so give me all of mine and pesos. Add it up. Your bitches in them pictures, but they laser tagging us. They mad at us. Who wouldn't be? We became everything you couldn't be. Everything your mama said you shouldn't be. The Porsche's horses revving like, look at me. Saddle up. I'm still pitching, baby, batter up. Imaginary players aiming coach right. Master recipes under stove lights. The number on his jersey is the quote price. You order Diet Coke, that's a joke, right? All you niggas get it off the boat, right? But only I can really have a snow fight. Detroit nigga challenge, what's your dope like? If your bin's bigger, step it up to ghost life. The flow's untouched, the drums is tough. Drive colored in when roads get rough. Snow's a must, the nose adjust. Young G's like we Hove and Puff. Best jewelries and hoes we lust. Chanel trinkets, same hoes will blush. Crush hearts like pretty boys. And we driving pretty toys. Extendos will make plenty noise. Crescendo, make your car endo. Pierce your car window. Missy was our only Mr. Boys. And we driving pretty toys. Extendos will make plenty noise. Crescendo. Still standing, reflecting in that mirror. Lucky imaginary players aiming coach right. Master recipes under stove lights. The number on his jersey is the quote price. You order Diet Coke, that's a joke, right? All you niggas get it off the boat, right? But only I can really have a snow fight. Detroit nigga challenge, what's your dope like? If your bin's bigger, step it up to ghost life.
Viewer discretion is advised.
It's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's the vibe.
That's it. It's the vibe.
It's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's the vibe.
Yo!
Man.
What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you out to Midweek Vibe. I'm your man, Cole Bain, that is Draper Winston.
I am.
Oh, shit. Hey, the powers that be social media trying to fuck with us today already.
Jeez, man. We just getting started.
Look, it's just crack. Why y'all cut this off?
Y'all ain't got to cut us off, man. What did we say? We ain't even do nothing. We ain't even do nothing.
We ain't do nothing.
We ain't even do
We
nothing.
ain't did nothing.
Y'all getting all mad at us. We ain't even do nothing.
What, hold on. What the dude? Look, my favorite part of if y'all have not seen the movie, dang. See, it has ended because it may contain music, audio, or video that belongs to someone else. What the fuck?
We ain't even play nothing.
No, it's mine. It's my goddamn live. What the hell are they talking about, yo?
They just trying to
And
test
restrictions
us,
being-
man.
Oh, let me see. Own rights to look restrictions. What the? Wow, that is crazy.
Man.
That is crazy, yo.
Can't believe they did that.
IG.
Just so they cut y'all. T West, hey T West, his so T West just bouncing around. Hey T West, how you doing?
What is y'all? Show the Facebook.
She on my live right now. T West on my live right now. T West, what happened? which live ended? His live ended, or did the midweek vibe live end? Which one ended? T West?
Midweeks ended, and then they just
Midweeks
ended mine.
and they just ended yours.
You next.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. IG. All right.
Why they?
What?
Hey, hold on. Hey,
Both.
yes. Hey, IG. Joey Crack is a fucking rapper. What are y'all doing? Golly. Look, let me just put Midweek Vibe episode 95 up on there. Look, these.
And it deleted the video.
Yeah, bro. It don't even let you.
And it deleted the video. That's what's even worse.
Oh my God, people. Yo, Midweek Vibe is powered by Hello Studios right here in the middle of downtown Dallas. What up, Shu? Hey, Shu, I need you to do me a favor. Call IG or email them or whatever and tell them to stop fucking with us. They cutting off all our lives right now.
Golly.
This is crazy.
Okay. So I literally just went and put it on midweek's live, and it just says episode 95.
That's
so
what I just
put episode 95.
I just put Midweek Vibe episode 95, bro. Like,
so that is what it is. At this point, it is what it is. Like we didn't even say nothing. We didn't even do nothing.
Look. I was about to say one of my favorite movies, Best of the Best, bro. It's a karate flick from the 80s and 90s. Y'all need to go check that. Y'all need to go check that shit out. But there's one point with it in the competition at the end or whatever, and they tied. They end up tying, with points.
Yeah.
So they had to go, to a special event, and they chose they were breaking the bricks. And he broke them, and he knew he lost. So when the ref was over there, he was like, "What are you counting them for?"
What are you counting them for?
Look, we ain't do nothing. What are you counting them for? IG?
I feel like Cuba Gooding and Boys in the Hood. We ain't even do nothing.
Hold on.
We ain't even do nothing.
Or like Steal the Juice. No, we ain't killing no. We ain't killing no.
We ain't kill him, no. Golly, IG. Listen, look, IG, listen. All right. We moved to your another platform that you own.
For real.
That you are a partner with. We
Seriously.
didn't do this, and if you had the interface together, we wanted to stay with you guys.
Now you mad. Now you mad because we got a new girlfriend.
Don't be mad at us.
This is your fault.
This is treat you like.
Hold on. If you would have gave me what I needed, I would have cheated.
Treat your ass like Ghost did Tasha. This is your fault.
Yo,
This is your fault.
You were not giving me my emotional needs.
What the fuck? Go say it to Tasha. He said, "I just lost the fucking love of my life. Have some compassion, Tasha."
How you tell your wife you just lost the love of your life? Hold on, and then first I say T word of the day, and then commence to tell her that basically I'm gonna make sure our daughter lives like grows up without all this drama away from you. I'm gonna make sure. How you gonna put your own daughter up for adoption away from
Put your own daughter up for adoption, and then you write your son in jail. Say, "Hey, look, nigga, this is right where you belong." Ghost was a bad man, dog. Why we don't talk about that enough?
And hold on, and it spent thought. Look, it ended up spinning off a lot of accusations. That's first Talk's word.
Mm-hmm.
And he was spinning off a lot of accusations that Ghost is still alive. Now there's a lot of principles or whatever like that, but we're not gonna treat him like we do Tupac or a couple other people.
I'm a power fan fanatic.
Me too.
Okay, I don't know, bro.
No.
I almost want to think. I think that Ghost is alive somewhere.
Somebody basically broke and these people are. Look, I want to know what the fuck y'all do for a living? What time y'all? No, look, bro. No, they search back, and they got clips from the first season of Power. Breaking it down like Ghost always said, that he can disappear, you never know, and this that, and the other, blah blah blah. That's why they call him Ghost. And they taking clips from each season that would basically pinpoint or help the case that he is still alive. They talk. Look, they even blew up the. You see, look, I'm doing TikTok.
You do it.
Doing TikTok. He even blew up like still shots of like that last episode when Ghost mysteriously was supposed to be killed.
Right.
I'm talking about that's a different gun than Tariq put in that little
Right.
cubby hole. Whatever.
Yeah.
He said that's the gun that he used, quote unquote, to kill Ghost was the same gun that he took off of what was Rotimi's character?
What the hell was Rotimi's character name? Dre.
That he took off with Dre in his office or whatever. They said that's the same gun because you remember the barrel had gray on it.
Right.
It had steel instead of it was all black. The gun that Tariq put in that cover was all black or whatever.
Wow.
And they said, and like I said, this dude has too much time on his hand.
That's a lot of time if you breaking down that show like that.
He said the reason why Ghost was up on the terrace and he was like sitting there like he was waiting on someone like that because he had put the piece together. He knew that he thought that Tasha was coming to kill him. But so they said that the gun had like the blanks with the splatter bullet or whatever.
Oh, so Ghost knew that gun was gonna be used.
He even broke it down. Matter of fact, you remember the chick that he was dating at the end?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, he started to
started the date. He even broke down, bro, like when she was in the bathroom with Angela's sister, or whatever. How she had the gun up under her little purse or whatever, and she was actually the one that switched, that helped him switch it. It's a lot of different things, but
it's a lot.
Speaking of that, I get the code switch today. It is Black History Month.
It is.
So, hey, so all my black folk out there, you should know what I mean when I say code switch. Since the powers that be don't want us to talk about a certain thing, I get to switch. I get to switch up.
You get to switch it up?
Yeah. Obviously, if y'all don't know the title today, we're talking about
I want to say something, but I'm scared that they're gonna cut mine off.
No. Just look. Just think of the other name for Fat Joe. Just think of the other name for Fat Joe. There you go.
Fat Joe's nickname. There you go.
Fat Joe's nickname. That is what we're talking about right now. We're
Joe's
not talking
nickname.
about actually Fat Joe, but his nickname.
Nickname.
All right. Now, we were all for 4 years, and I know I was one of them. I was like, "What the fuck is going on in the White House? What is going on? What is going on in the White House? What is going on? Or what? Look, what not? What's not going on?
What's not going on?
Let me speak correctly. English with good diction.
What
before-
ain't going on?
Pause. With good diction before my grandmother get a hold of this. All these English teachers and stuff out here. But for 4 years, I was like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
You had all this other book. Now we have the jab. It's a lot of Jabberwockers out here. And there's a lot of fake mandates and everything else that's going around. And now New York, you ain't got to wear your mask and all this other stuff.
They finally lifted it in New York.
Finally lifted it.
So is Kyrie no, he doesn't have the vaccine yet, so he may not be able to play.
I was just about to say that's coming next.
Mm.
They're gonna lift
So
that.
much stuff.
They're gonna lift that because Brooklyn only has 10 home games left out of the last 29 games.
They got 10 left.
10. That's it for the rest of the season. 10 home games.
And they may not make the playoffs.
They're
They're talking about a trade with Harden.
Harden is out of there. He's out of there, bro. He's going to Philly. He's going to Philly.
He should never left Houston, but that's for another time.
For another time.
He should never left Houston.
For another time. So, the president that's in the office now, he considers himself, a man of the people, which is kind of an oxymoron or whatever, because we can go back to
his time before
the 94 crime bill and how he was instrumental in the Reagan era and getting crack off the streets or whatever like that.
Don't you say that word.
I know. Damn. Getting things off the street or whatever. And in return, the last president, ironically, ended up getting, all those people or getting them, the rights back to vote.
Correct.
And everything else.
Correct.
But this current person is taking it to a whole nother step. You know,
Yeah.
you can go and place that picture up there.
All
real
right,
quick.
cool. Here we
You
go.
know?
This is
Place that picture up there for me. You know, it's only fitting. It's only fucking fitting. You know, as he and his staff. Let me let y'all see this. Y'all know what this is. As he and his staff have took it upon themselves. Now we can't get no money. We can't get no money to get through the parallelogram.
no. We still trying to fight through the parallelogram.
Look,
right now.
we still need another STEMI.
Hey, listen, listen. There was one thing that was happening. Now with the last administration, okay, the last administration.
Hey, they were trying to run that money.
Hey, look now. If we gonna talk about it, let's talk
Yeah.
about it. That last administration, man, checks was being cut.
Hey, and
Cut!
hold on. And then next, look, shout out to our LC. That next STEMI was
Cut. That
Cut.
next
Look,
check
hey.
was being cut.
Hey, that was a couple racks.
Man, we was
Not one in the quota.
Them
A
was-
couple racks.
It was, you know what I'm saying? Like we wasn't getting, hundreds. Cats wasn't getting hundreds. You know what I'm saying?
Look, gas wasn't $5.
Yeah, man. It was. I won't
about-
say it was a
Instead, you know,
peaceful time, but
Joe is trying to help Pookie. He's trying to help Pookie and them out. You know, this is gonna be the Carter all over again in New Jack City.
oh my god,
They have come up with $30 million. $30 million.
$30 million.
Now we're already tipped over.
we
no.
got to be at over $1 trillion, ain't we?
No. Yeah, $1 trillion. We're over. We already tipped over. This is the highest, national debt that we've ever had. Already tipped over. But you found $30 million. $30 million. In programs.
Wait,
So you can so you can give Joe Pipes.
Joe,
What up, Toya?
Yeah.
So you can give Joe Pipes to to the Joe addicts.
Wow.
Y'all will catch on in a minute.
You'll catch it. You catch it.
I'm gonna go look. I'm just gonna read this real quick. According to the Washington Free Beacon, a spokesperson for the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has said that it will supply smoking kits for users who smoke illicit substances such as crystal. Yeah, y'all know what other. And Joe Domain. Y'all catch that. Hold on. To limit infections, the infections amount drug users created $30 million grant program through the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Snowfall and Grant don't go together. Okay. All right.
He says,
Snowfall and Grant don't go together.
"Hey,
What do you mean that you found $30 million for smoking kits?
you know where they found that $30 million? From all these big corporations. They gave their PPP money.
They
back.
PPP money back. That's so the PPP money came back. You know
Big-
what?
Yeah.
See, you don't find that suspicious? Here we go. Look, it is.
Hold on, bro.
It is.
There's a conspiracy. A C-O-N conspiracy.
Now wait a minute now, because it is tax return season.
It is. Yeah.
It is tax return season. So now all of a sudden,
Yeah.
this $30 million grant program.
Or the parallelogram relief program. You remember when the Lakers the Lakers were on that list and they got like $2 million or something like that?
Yeah, ain't no way the Lakers should have been getting it.
Nah, or Wingstop or no, it was like Ruth Chris or some of these other ones were getting. Y'all don't need it.
But $30 million
30 mil.
for. I'm just befuddled.
It's a great word.
Yeah, you're welcome.
great
But
word.
I am very befuddled that we're able to find $30 million or create $30 million, however you come up with it, for that to keep down infections. But however, we just got free COVID tests, right? That you had to put your your email and address and stuff in, right? We just got free COVID tests, but you got
You don't
$30
find
million.
that suspicious?
You don't find that. Look, you hold on. You got free COVID tests. You got free HIV tests. Is the flu shot free?
Yeah. Flu shot is free. The flu shot's free.
Yeah, all that's free.
All that is free. Mm-hmm. And a smoking kit.
We gonna smoke some brisket.
What the hell, a smoking kit?
A smoking kit, bro. A smoking kit.
I just, you know.
It probably come with this was fucked up. It probably come with instructions on the inside.
And see, that's what I was thinking. See, I was thinking the same thing, bro. It come in a bag.
so you can be safe.
So you can be safe.
Why you smoking?
It got steps 1 through 10. Why
Yes.
you smoking? Oh my God.
Now make sure. Hold on, no. This is the kicker too. Now make sure you're not smoking. You know, anything hazardous. Make sure you get some grade A, which means that they probably gonna sanction that too.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm just gonna say it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Go ahead.
At this point, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Go ahead.
If we're gonna send smoking kits out,
Yeah.
all right.
Uh-huh.
If we're gonna send smoking kits out,
Yeah.
I think it's about time we just go ahead and legalize weed and just be done with it.
Dude,
At this point,
look. Texas is the only goddamn
Right.
state left. What are y'all waiting on?
at this point, this point that we at, if we're sending out smoking kits to people to do some snowfall, the
know
least
what?
we could do.
You know what? Let the whole gauntlet. That's a spelling bee.
That's a spelling bee word right
Spelling
there.
bee.
Yeah.
Let the whole gauntlet, be legalized. Look, shrooms.
And
shrooms.
Yes.
X, meth.
and just let people choose what they want.
Crack it. Whitney said crack is whack. So
Yeah.
y'all can go ahead and let that.
That's what T West said when she said correct.
Y'all can go ahead and let that. Let that look. Hey, legalize that Bobby Brown. All of that.
And let people choose. You know what? And just put it on the shelf.
Who are you? Who are you to tell me that I can't kill myself?
Right.
I'm sorry, people. Fuck.
Right.
I don't want look. Damn. I went a couple weeks without.
What?
I went a couple weeks. Look. If I want to drink myself, to oblivion.
Right.
SAT word. If I want to drink myself to oblivion, let me do it.
Let you do it. That's your choice.
That's
your choice.
Hey, if
That
I
is your
if I
choice.
want to smoke, you let people smoke. Look, this is what your grandparents used to say. You let people smoke cancer sticks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look, little Ted fact, real
Yeah.
quick. All you cigarette smokers, they take fluids from a cat's ass
God
and
damn.
put it in cigarettes.
Well,
Yep. On to the next source.
just I can't sit here and say I ain't smoked the Virginia Slim.
That's why they be purred.
I smoked the Virginia Slim every once in a while. I was stressed. And I pointed, it's real when you pointed at somebody. When you be like, now this is what I'm trying to tell you, This is what you don't want to listen? I'm trying to tell you what I'm trying to tell you, all right?
shit.
That's when you know it's real and you start pointing the cigarette at them.
Man. Yeah.
That's
bro.
the only way it could happen.
Yeah.
Dang,
Okay.
niggas out there smoking cat ass.
Smoking cat ass, bro. It's smoking cat ass. All right. So I'm gonna move. Look, we gonna move on. And I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give a little. I guess we could say this a little help. A little help for the adults. A certain
bad, T West.
a certain fake holiday is coming up next week.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go ahead and help them out.
Let's do it.
So I know a lot of times, as grown-ups, we like to, get things for our kids and we take them over. I remember growing up like the Nintendo, the Sega, everything else like that. You get it for and then you like, hey, nah, look, they be like, let the kid play. I'm testing it out for him.
Yeah.
I'm testing it out for him.
Yeah.
Well, this certain company, decided, you know what? The hell with the kids. They have theirs. They have their line. We're going to help out the grown-ups. People, Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear has decided to give you guys a grown-up line called After Dark.
After dark.
After Dark.
Build-A-Bear and After Dark.
Look at the way the bear is sitting, bro.
Boy, that's gonna look. Listen here, that's gonna be a cold ass album, dog.
Come here and sit. Come here and sit on Daddy's lap.
Anybody that lay across like that and then got the silk velvet robe. Oh man, that album is gonna be That album is gonna be fire. It's gonna be a classic.
Sound like the opening line.
Straight eyes.
You know.
Between the sheets.
Bro, see,
Let's
got me over here shit. Look, pause. I'm spilling loose. No, but seriously. You sitting here telling me, they gonna ship it, or you sitting here telling me I gotta stand in line and make the goddamn bear like we did with the kids?
Yes. You have to make the bear like they did the kids.
Is it lingerie for the female bears?
Now, see, that's the question. Who is the lingerie for?
Who?
Who is the lingerie for?
Now,
and
clearly,
then who is picking the lingerie is the question.
Now,
like,
clearly,
who is picking the lingerie here?
Yeah, clearly that is a male bear. That is a male bear. Clearly, I'm sorry, I don't want to piss anybody off. That is a No, I ain't gonna even go there. I ain't gonna go there. I haven't talked. I ain't talked about them in a bit.
T West say cold dirty.
What? What I do?
What did he do?
What did I do?
What did he do? We just trying to figure out who's going to have the lingerie. Who's picking the lingerie? Like, so that obviously, I'm gonna hope and assume here that
it's gender fluid. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Fuck.
Go T West, y'all. T West.
What'd you say?
I love it. Y'all better keep bringing these comments. T West said it's a non-binary.
Yo,
it's a non-binary bear.
Oh shit.
Wait a minute, y'all. Okay, so now I don't know what pronouns to use.
I don't know
I'm
either.
Confused.
I don't know either.
I'm confused now. I don't know what pronouns
I know
to use.
You can't use him or she.
I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Now I'm confusion because I don't know which pronouns to use for the bear. Y'all don't confuse me now.
Oh my god.
Because it's gender fluid. So the question is them. Okay. Them. So now fuck it, because now anybody can wear the clothes. Anybody can wear the clothes, so it don't matter now.
It don't.
Dang, so it don't matter who wearing the robe. It's just them. Kel say shim. Just. But at the end of it got to be M. As I guess it's just at the end of it got to be them. Got to be M.
Jeff said them they.
But y'all, all these them days and shims and thems, that's a lot of people though, ain't it?
They're going to be marching downstairs.
We'll wave, but we don't mean nothing by it.
We don't. We try to be politically correct.
We are. We want to make sure, okay, that we give the right pronouns.
We're not trying to be inclusive.
We're not trying to be inclusive. We're not at all. We're really trying to give the right pronouns to the bear.
No, we seriously are. We seriously are.
We just want to know, all right? And so that we're correct by the verbiage that we use.
Because I'm trying to see what we overanalyzing now. Because I'm trying to see what's under the robe. Is it a nightie up under there?
See, that's a good question. And see, is that from the picture, I can't tell if that's velvet or silk, right?
It's got to be velvet.
It got to be velvet. The red part has to be velvet.
What is it, velvet?
The red part has to be velvet. What up, Dow? Man, it got to be.
Got to.
It got to be velvet, and then the black part I'm assuming the black part is probably like a silk,
Like a polyester.
a polyester silk, polyester silk blend.
A 2-ply.
That 60% polyester, 40% silk blend.
60-40.
The 60-40 blend. That one snag and that motherfucker go.
Hold on. The bear got on the 600 thread count.
Don't you put that thing nowhere near a dryer.
Cheap ass sheets.
Don't you put that thing nowhere near a dryer.
Oh my God, bro.
I'm telling you, it ain't gonna do nothing.
At all.
It ain't gonna do nothing. So I'm all confusion now with the bear. I don't know
Look.
who or what to do or to choose. Or how you would go about picking what you gonna dress the bear as.
I don't know either. You know who else couldn't decide? This lady in the midweek minute. I swear. I swear.
Wash it in the sink.
Look. No, you just gotta Febreze it.
Gotta Febreze it. You gotta Febreze it.
Febreze it. Look, and let the air hit it. All right. I swear to y'all, these stories. What up, Mr. Weaver? What up, Doe? These stories for the midweek minute, bro. Like, I be trying to go a certain direction, but these stories just keep. They
bring out the best in you, bro.
Oh shit. All right, so if y'all know the previous ones, y'all know the previous ones. Jazzy, what up? Y'all know the previous ones, y'all know the previous ones. But today, I'm gonna crack some jokes, but it's a serious undertone to this shit too. It's a serious undertone. Now, Texas just had a fake ass snowstorm.
Yes.
Where okay, I understand, people's, sense of urgency because last year was pretty severe.
Correct.
Pretty severe.
Yeah,
It was like a week,
absolutely.
Like a week.
Absolutely.
Ice was down. Nobody could get out. Nobody could move. None of this shit. This year, the shit was only a day and a fucking half.
Yeah.
It was only a day and a half.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yes.
And if you want to really add it up, it was probably together.
Yeah.
A solid day.
Solid day.
A solid day. Yeah.
But everybody chilled like the second day just to make sure. Now, you could not tell. We're going to the fucking store. You couldn't tell.
Right.
Couldn't tell. I was like, what the hell are y'all doing? Yeah, I mean, y'all having a Super Bowl party early?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The grocery store need to go to the grocery store now.
Y'all having a 9-course meal or some shit? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Now it's not uncommon for people to buy unorthodox or crazy ass things.
Correct.
It's not unorthodox. But this shit, okay, William say, this shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. This takes the cake. Now, a 49-year-old woman, Rebecca Lynette Taylor, decided that chips, Little Debbie snack cakes,
Oh Lord.
or even a prime rib was not good enough, was not fucking good enough. She decides, while standing in the self-checkout line, to tap a lady on the shoulder to buy her kid. She wanted to tap somebody on the shoulder, if she did tap somebody on the shoulder, to buy their kid. Kid as in human, as in little person, not actually little people, but like
Not
the fuck. I'm gonna piss everybody off today.
You catching everybody today,
I'm
ain't you?
catching everybody today. But she decided that she wanted to buy a human.
What
Yeah, bro.
in the world?
But wait, there's more.
I mean, obviously, if you're on the Facebook Live right now, then you can see the picture and you can see the actual amount. But for IG and everybody else, she wanted to buy this kid for half a ticket. Now, I'm gonna get ebonical with y'all because a lot of y'all may not know what half a ticket is.
Oh my gosh.
A ticket is $1 million. So half a ticket, yeah, there you go. Do the math. $500K. 500. 500.
500K. Well, there's a lot of questions that I got. First of all, T West says, I know somebody black said, How much? Just to see.
Yo.
Right?
Yo.
And so this lady is sitting on, I'm not saying that it's impossible, but this lady is obviously saying that she's sitting on 500 liquid cash that she could just go and just grab
Oh yeah.
out of the ATM, you know, and just be like, you want large bills, you want it split in 50s, 20s, how do you want it?
But wait, there's more.
Yes, there is more to the story. Now, how old is the kid? Y'all might wonder.
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
Well, the boy was 1 year old.
Wow.
The boy was 1 year old. Yeah. And Miss Taylor, I'm going to say that one more time. Miss Taylor tapped the lady on the shoulder, asked her, hey, I want to buy your kid.
Yeah.
Kid's 1 year old.
And she was as serious as all get out.
Serious as hell. Then she starts to say, your son's blonde hair and blue eyes. How much she can purchase him for? Then look, thinking it was a joke, the mother laughed it off. But Taylor told the mother that she had $250,000 and offered to pay the mother the amount for her son right there on the spot.
What? You know, there be things like that that makes me want to say that's got to be, the lady had to be joking, but she was very serious.
But wait, there's more.
Oh shit.
I'm just going to read this last little quote from Miss Taylor. And I guess, being journalistic right now, I have to say, and I quote.
Oh, nice.
Taylor said that he was the perfect fit and she had been waiting to buy the baby for a long time now. Taylor asked the mother, what's the son's name? And which the mother declined to answer. Taylor was reportedly with another woman. And at one point, they both found out the child's name and began to call him by his name. Before heading to the car, the mother waited for the two women to leave. Lord Jesus. Now, clearly about the story, I said it has
so much to unpack.
I said it has a serious undertone to it.
It's just so much to
it has
unpack
a
in
serious
this story.
undertone to it, or whatever. Yes, somebody walking up now. We can go with all the black jokes or whatever. Somebody walking up to you,
right?
Like, hold on. Look, Chad said, sell your kids? Question mark. Now, look, and you saw T West was like, and how much?
How much? Mm-hmm.
Look, black people be like, yo, I mean, how much you talking?
Like, quit playing, but
quit playing. How much you talking?
What's the number?
250 wasn't enough, so she went up to half a ticket. Bro.
She went up to half a man.
But the scariest part about it, she said that she had been wanting this kid for a while.
Right. And see, I caught that part.
No. Hold on. What the fuck? No, what the fuck? What's a while? Because the kid is 1 year old.
So birth.
So you at the sonogram?
It ain't but a year.
Exactly.
That's 365 days, 12 months. It ain't that long.
And people, well, most people, when they take their kids out or whatever that, they put the blanket over the goddamn.
Yes, I remember all my babies. I had the full. If they was 1 year old, they was in the turnaround where they looking at you. And I covered that. Man, they was covered up
and they swaddled.
Yeah, swaddled and covered up, so you can't see my child.
How? Which takes it even further. You were peeking in these people's house.
You was peeking in their house. Yeah, you was peeking in their house.
Probably your next door neighbor.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, I got a little serious.
Jasmine say followed her outside and to rob. Ooh, see,
probably
it
was two women.
Probably so it was two women that were trying to buy the baby.
It was Miss Taylor and she had another
had an accomplice.
Had an accomplice with her.
Yeah, see, she really wasn't gonna pay the $250,000.
Nah,
she wasn't gonna pay the $250,000. There was no way that Evelyn and Tracy had the $250,000.
No,
Evelyn and Tracy did not have the $250,000.
Chad said it sounded like a Lifetime movie. It really does.
Yeah, it really does.
Now Now I would ask, like, what pigmentation, but you already, I mean, if y'all can't tell, if that mother was black that they were asking,
oh, it would have been some problems.
it would have been like later on at the hospital.
It'd been some problems. It'd been some problems.
Been some major problems.
Been some total problems had that happened. Had it been to a black lady.
She would have called the cousins and everybody. They stay around the corner from the stuff.
Man, and honestly, like, how often do you see? It ain't oftentimes that we don't bring our babies out unless we really have to. And and most of the time, our babies is covered up. Especially at 1 year old. And we in COVID. Even pre-COVID, we was covering up babies. We was covering up our babies.
And like obviously, it says it's in Texas, whatever. But it's in Crockett, Texas.
That is not that far from here. That's scary.
Yeah.
But that also does not surprise me either.
No,
if you've been through there.
Yes. I mean, y'all.
If you've been through there,
y'all have heard the stories, and y'all
that
can see
does not surprise
y'all
me.
can see the picture of her. Y'all can see the picture.
So and then what's crazy is the look on her face. She's smiling. Like she got a little grin on her, like she feels like she ain't did nothing wrong.
Look, her left eyebrow looked like that Candyman hook.
Not the Candyman hook.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, man. That's pretty bad.
It's horrible. But let's go ahead and liven this thing back on up. This thing back on up, bro. Let's go and get to the. I was about to say midweek minute again. I got another one. For y'all. No, I'm joking. Let's go ahead and get the Lyric Lounge.
All right, we're gonna get this thing, Lyric Lounge, and of course, with it being Black History Month, we are gonna give you some Black History greats all month long, and this one is a special request.
Oh.
This one is a special request.
She's not even on right now.
She's not on, and this was her request.
This was her request, yeah.
This was her request, all right? So she got to get back on. So this is her request, all right?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. My shit, like, what?
I heard it before.
There we go.
There
we go. I like that gunshot loud.
All right, so bring it on. So this week's Lyric Lounge.
Yep.
If you know the song, you're more than welcome to say or sing the song along with me as we do this, all right?
Hell.
But this week's Lyric Lounge, you already know who it is, but you may not know the song, but you're going to understand the song as soon as I play it. So this week, our Lyric Lounge is coming to you from none other than the great poet, Maya Angelou herself. All right? Okay? And so the artist, I had to go get this song, and I think everybody knows this song.
Oh, my God.
All right? I think everybody knows this song. So here we go. All right?
Oh, fuck.
Here it is. I saw you and him walking in the rain.
Oh, shit.
You were holding hands, and I'll never be the same. Tossing and turning, another sleepless night. The rain crashes against my window pane. Jumped into my car.
You better check the back seat.
Didn't drive too far.
Oh, shit.
That moment, I knew I would never be the same. I saw you
And him.
and him.
The sound effect.
I was holding it.
Oh, shit. Sound effects, bro.
Walking in the rain. You are holding hands. And I'll never be the same.
Oh my God.
Now here you are, begging to me
Oh my God.
to give our love another try. Girl, I love you, and I always will. But darling, right now, I've got to say goodbye. Cause I saw you and him walking in the rain, holding hands.
Oh my God.
And I'll never be the same.
Gotta give you a round of applause. On that
Thank
one,
you.
bro.
Thank you.
Oh, the theatrics.
Thank you.
Theatrics, I swear.
It was okay. So I had to do that because
Oh my God.
it was. So as I'm rehearsing that voice, right? I'm rehearsing that voice because it was a special request.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to just touch on it. And so I was going through just looking at different things to hear a voice, and I saw that clip, and I just started laughing. I just kept laughing as I saw that clip.
shit.
So,
Oh my God.
oh yes, thank you, Jasmine Renee. Thank you, T West.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so y'all know.
Here
Y'all
we
already
go.
know when y'all hear that.
Bang, bang.
You know what
bang,
time it
bang,
is.
Bang, bang.
There's a famous rap song that goes by a group called Bring the Pain. She says she saw them and asked, can they bring the rain? Not New Edition. Talking golden showers.
Oh.
You know what? I'm going to turn off IG because next Monday, all I'm going to hear is hours upon hours. But we holding hands like the cliffs right there. I grew up watching the Huxtables. Theo always said cliffs right there. But I leave you Rudy. And I'm not talking chicken. If y'all didn't know that goddamn song, your black card, the time is ticking. This is Black History Month.
Bars.
This is Black History Month. And so Brother Shabazz must appear. I felt some coonery. So that means these crackers is near. I didn't say that other word. So IG don't cut me off.
Don't cut him off. Don't you cut him off. Don't you cut him off.
Oh man, it's okay. What another platform. So you cut me off. Man, so I bring the bars. Just like some people like to be whipped and chained. Fuck. Next week I'll give you the soundtrack. It's called Love Cobain.
Come on.
It's 9 songs. Well, maybe 7 with an interlude and an intro. Just make sure she's happy when the night ends, though. Man. Or if you're looking at the Super Bowl, I hope your favorite team reaches the end zone. I hope your favorite team reaches the end zone. Oh, man. Or you can say, Odell, as the call I be beckoning.
Oh.
Some let me borrow. Some let me borrow things.
Oh.
She's a wideout I be chasing. Fuck. Y'all will catch those lines later. Y'all will catch all of them later. As I'm still in album mode.
You are still in album mode, dog.
You know, those who have listened said the album is fire, so I've been told. I would play some shit, but nah. They told me to make y'all wait. I can't give it to you that easy. At least give me some flowers and take me on a date. Yo, I am done. I am done. For everybody over on Drapers, Live, if you don't have a date, it's okay. You know, self-love is what they talk about. All you need is a rose to play. Send it to yourself. You can smell it and let it blossom and go wild. Oh, man. But if you don't like Scorpios, make sure you don't have a child. Turn this shit back around. Turn that shit back around. Turn that shit back around. Or, look, I said, if you don't like Scorpios, don't have a child, or they'll end up like me. All this greatness and cheer. I'm going to leave it right here. Just bust on her forehead.
What? Where did that come from?
She'll leave you with cheer.
What? Where did that even come from?
Because if you bust on her forehead, never mind.
You can't see.
No, if you bust on her forehead, you leave some on her mind.
Oh. Wow.
You ask her what, look, she asks you, what was that position? You tell her it's okay. Like a cassette tape, we'll rewind. So you can remember all the lyrics and maybe pause at the greatest point.
Yeah, he's still going. He's still going.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm done. I'm done. Jeff said it escalated quickly.
It got there real fast.
Hold on, Jeff. You know the rap battle or whatever like that. It's always that one line that just sticks out. It's like, whoa, wait a minute.
That just hold on. Like that escalated real fast. It took a turn really quick.
What? Look,
really quick. really fast. It took a turn.
Oh shit! Look, Jazz said I was an hour with Champagne Towers.
She said, "Oh Lord."
I know what that "Oh Lord" was for. That forehead.
Jazz would say this should be named Midweek Laugh.
We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jazz. That. You are welcome. You are welcome.
Oh my God.
Oh man. Well, since that escalated, you really kind of lobbed me up right into the pause. God damn.
You're right.
You really kind of
like. Hold on. And I was sitting here like, where the fuck are we supposed to go with this show right now? Like I'm thinking about it, but I forgot.
You really kind of threw a nice little alley-oop pass to the what the fuck moment.
You know, since they're at odds, I'm just gonna say like we D-Wade and LeBron right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Exactly. 100%.
The EPS,
ESPN, and all that.
That.
ESP and the other letters.
So y'all already know it's time for
what the fuck?
Here we go. So this week's what the fuck moment. All right. Honestly, this shit just happened.
Oh, hell.
Okay. Like this literally just happened. And if it is now tearing up the waves, the social media waves and everything, and I just so happened to catch it this afternoon. All right. So, there's been slip-ups on social medias. From time to time.
Yeah.
Right? There's been slip-ups from time to time. Most of the time, it's, when they doing a story, doing on their stories, they may be laying down, maybe chilling or something like that. Or doing whatever it is that they may do, whatnot. And, they delete after 24 hours, your stories. And if you snap, Snapchats delete after 24 hours. Anything like on a story,
Yeah.
delete after 24 hours, right?
Except for ain't no champagne showers.
Except for no champagne showers. Well, this one couldn't get deleted fast enough. Okay,
Hey, them screenshots is quick.
this one and them screen records.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
this one couldn't get dealt with fast enough.
Oh,
So,
shit.
my homeboy. He's not my homeboy, but Cornelius Nelly Haynes. It has been leaked on all social medias of a video of him receiving oral sex, and and what's even more funny was the comments. Okay,
Dude.
there was the comments.
Yo.
Right now, it is obvious. You could see that it is on his story. Okay, it is on his story because you see Nelly. Right.
Why you got no?
But what they're saying is, what the allegations was that whoever the girl was, she recorded it. But that's impossible because we're not going to play the video.
No, hell no.
Here,
Hell
we won't
no.
play the video here. But however, if you see the video,
We'll be finding a new location.
exactly, exactly, right? But if you look at the location of the camera, all right, and the angle of it, there's no way that she could be even recording anything.
He recorded himself.
He did, okay? And both of her hands were busy. Well, one of them was busy, all right?
Fingers.
So, yeah,
Pause.
they were busy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
And one of the what the fuck moments for me was, first of all, like, how did you let that slip? How did you do that, right?
Listen.
How did you hit? Because it takes a lot to get to your story. You got to click a lot of buttons to get to your story.
Bow Wow gave y'all the blueprint. He gave y'all the blueprint.
Like,
Shit.
like, I'm like, and I'm like, you know, and somebody said this, and I kind of agreed. He was like, at your big age, you still recording shit like that. You know what I'm saying? At your big age, you know, he's roughly around our age. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And so he's recording that type of shit, and like, yo, what you doing, bruh? So.
Oh, these veneers is killing me right now.
Yeah, and the veneers is killing him. Like, he did a song, a video, and he's singing a song, and them veneers is showing. I mean, they is like it's fresh out of Colombia.
He trying to delete that shit. Underlay, my
Uh-oh.
The shit is viral now.
It is viral now. Like, it is viral now. It is out there, and you know, and I was, you know, I always go search and see what else is out there. You know, what could top my what the fuck moment of the week, right?
Yeah.
And so as I'm doing my research, man, I come across this. I say somebody says y'all ain't dropped the Nelly video yet, and I'm thinking like, oh shit. Nelly dropped a new song and a video.
Now, mind y'all, this is probably on Twitter.
This is on Twitter.
This is on Twitter.
This is definitely on Twitter. Okay, this is definitely on Twitter.
Definitely can't post that shit on IG.
Oh, not on IG.
The
Okay,
whole profile deleted.
I mean, gone. just like that. Gone. Just like that, as they say.
Jazz
It is out of here.
Jazz talking about, oh man, you go find it.
Go find. You can go find it yourselves. It's out there. It is not hiding. Okay, it is not hiding. It is not hiding at all. It is.
Goddamn.
It is totally out there. Okay.
Oh my god.
Now, I had to close it because at first I was like, I was not expecting that. Okay. All right. I was not expecting that. I was like, this got to be fake. Right. But obviously, it says Nelly. Okay. And you hear him in the background talking, right? So-called, quote unquote, talking dirty or whatever. But then this was the part that did it for me and made me laugh. All right.
Entendre, you said talking dirty.
Talking dirty.
What up, dirty?
What up, dirty? What up, dirty?
Dirty ENT.
Dirty ENT. You all you got nothing. So
You ain't got Miss Jackson no
you
more.
ain't got Miss Jackson no more. Hey, Miss Jackson. So he's talking dirty.
Yeah.
Right? He's talking dirty. And then all of a sudden you just you hear huh?
No, Now, who was that?
It was Dirty. It was Dirty that said, huh?
The batter up.
He said, huh? Said, oh my God.
It sound like Tina Turner?
Yes. And he sounded like Tracy. Yeah, man.
Come on.
Come on. E-I-E-I-O-O.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. And this is
Jazz. What the fuck?
what the fuck? Exactly. Yeah, Jasmine says she's dead. Well, come back to life, darling, because it's happening.
Now, I saw a meme. I saw look Black Twitter. The memes. Look, the memes start going crazy, bro. I only saw one. And I was like, fuck, I gotta leave the goddamn house. I gotta start show prepping and everything else. So I couldn't go down the rabbit hole. But the one I saw, it was just a can of Vienna sausages. With Nelly face on the side of on the side of the logo. Look.
They are going.
Yo.
They are giving Nelly the business as far as a lot of the comments, right? So of course you got to read the fucking comments.
Yeah, you
right?
do.
So some of the comments are saying, "Wow, it's so small," right? That's what some of the comments are saying. Some of the comments are saying, "Wow, it's so small." Some of the comments are saying, "What y'all talking about small? That is manageable," right? there's some that's saying, now mind you, this is all women.
Yeah.
Right. This is all women that are giving these
no mind.
This commentary.
You mean it ain't no fluid people that was commenting?
It probably was, but based upon the Twitter names, I couldn't tell. Right. Based upon the Twitter names, I couldn't tell. But there was a side of women that was saying, "Wow, it's so small. I expected more." There was another group that was saying, "Oh, what you talking about? It's manageable." Then there was another group that was saying, "All you bitches that say that it's small and manageable, y'all take dump trucks up your ass."
Oh my God.
Y'all expect this, this horse to be walking around all the damn time. And he's 5'6". So since he's 5'6", the ratio matters.
Okay. Not to talk on another man's, but there were pictures like, of, him and, ads like back in the day. And I remember like these chicks gawking over the shit.
Right.
Like, oh my God, he blah, blah, blah. And then like how, then yesterday I see a comment talking about, girl, I can't do nothing with this doorstop.
Yeah.
Like what, I mean.
It's just, what do you do, man? I don't know. I mean, I feel sorry for him.
It's cold in here.
I feel sorry for him.
It was cold. It's cold in here.
Kel say, "Why would you expect more? It's Nelly." I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know what they might have expected. I don't know.
He has a song that explains it for the women. Girl, it's all in your head. I would never feel this way again.
And now I'm thinking about it over and over again.
'Cause it's all in your head.
I just can't reach no problems at end. I'm thinking about it over and over again. And I can't help it. I can't make it hard, no.
Oh man, Jasmine said, I don't see any problem.
Well, I mean, there was some.
I want to put this out there, Paul.
See, Tips T West saw it. She said, "I thought it was a nice size."
And see, I want put this out there like that. No, I've seen on certain like posts talking about certain shit. Whether it's Justin LeBoy's page or those funny ass memes or whatever like that. But you see women that be like, look, y'all can have these horses or whatever. Like I'll take my little pony. Like
my little pony. So somebody said. So one of the comments said, okay. So Kel said personal preference. So somebody also said that they put his quote unquote size in the size of what you would label boyfriend dick. Right? That's what they labeled it. They said it's the type that is enough to deal with every day.
Well, a lot of y'all getting boyfriend dick because y'all, never mind. Never mind. Shit. Never mind. I'm explain the difference between the two in a minute, G.
So
But for Facebook, nah, I'm gonna wait.
so so yeah, that was what it was. It was oddly enough to see the comments. And what was most surprising to me about all the comments is that most of them were women. And they were also saying, "Oh, well, I can't get mad at him. She not doing it right. I can't, like, what y'all expect? Her shit dry as fuck." Like, she was, like, they were, I don't know, quote unquote, I guess they were defending Nelly, if you will, or coming to his rescue. But they were saying she wasn't doing it right, and they were saying it must be cold in that room. I mean, there was a lot of things that were being said about it that I was like, damn, that's funny as fuck. But they were like, it's, you know, she wasn't doing that good of a job, you know.
Look, Kel said, "What men are gonna say something." I ain't saying that.
Say no.
What you want?
What you want us to say?
What you want men to say?
What you want us like? What? What do you mean? Like what you?
Look? Let's stay fluid. I
And
can't
Jazz say interested. What y'all want us to say about what? What men are gonna say? What men are gonna say something? Oh, I think she may mean, well, what men are gonna say something about that? Like for instance,
yeah.
T West said T West said she wasn't doing it right. So T West said it was a nice size, right? Like you said, I don't think any dudes, unless they're gender fluid or binary bears,
ain't nobody
are gonna come out. I think that's the new term. We gonna use binary bears that'll go that'll go. Well, it was yes. So it was mostly okay. So let me clear this up. It was mostly women commenting. Okay, I didn't see many dudes commenting at all on the whole thing.
What dude is gonna come out and say, look, hey, you know, just like, look, hey, they ain't 20s, but I keep them clean though. What dude is gonna come out and say, hey, you know, it may be 4 inches, but I pump real hard.
But I pump,
what?
right.
What dude is gonna say that?
Right. Exactly.
You just figured out if he eating for a long time.
If he, you know,
if he hungry.
If he hungry. So I mean, I don't think no dude is gonna come out and be like, "Oh man, did you see Nelly?"
Hold on.
I don't, not like that.
Hold on. And then the point, a lot of women say if a dude talk too much, you know, his sex game weak or whatever like that. He really ain't about it. He really blah blah blah. So Nelly quiet as shit.
He ain't right. So except for his but except for that, other than that, he was
running all into the
other than that, it was what it was.
Yeah.
So so like, okay, so she say her point exactly. The men aren't going to say anything. You're right. No, we're not going to say anything. I mean,
look,
we're not going to comment on that.
Women, y'all, look, you ain't gonna say that you dry. And not all. Look, hey, all of y'all ain't got that ocean. All of y'all ain't got that WAP.
Cardi Beezy done got y'all.
Exactly. Cardi done got y'all fooled. All of y'all, look, hey.
And Megan.
Hey, a lot of y'all are mannequins in the goddamn bedroom. But y'all ain't gonna say that shit. Y'all ain't gonna say it. You know? Look, you just gonna figure that shit. Look, we both figure that shit out when we get in the goddamn bedroom. Hey, hold on. You go first. You go first. No, you go first. You go first. You go first.
No, you go first.
No, you go first.
No.
You go first. You go first. Same time, nigga. I don't know you. Same time. Look, Jeff said church. Exactly, bruh. They look. A lot of women ain't gonna say. Look, ain't gonna come out and say that they don't know how to get head.
No, they're not gonna say that.
Y'all use too much goddamn teeth.
They're not gonna say shit.
You shredding my shit like a goddamn carrot. You ain't gonna say that shit. You're not gonna say it.
Golly.
Hey, by all means, I'm not defending Nelly.
We're not defending Nelly. Okay,
No.
let's not.
I am not defending
Let's be
Nelly.
clear on that.
I'm just speaking specifically.
Yeah,
Specifically to
just
the
speaking
to the point.
Specifically.
To the point of
Yeah.
how the men are not gonna say anything or whatever. Just like the women are not gonna say nothing. Or whatever.
Right.
Matter of fact, if there was a post about a woman, you know, who was shamed in the bedroom, this and the other,
Right.
they probably say, well, what was wrong with the dude? He couldn't find a clip. He couldn't do this. He couldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. No. It's not always the man's fault.
It's not always.
Jazz said, "I don't know nothing."
No. Yeah, so that's this week's What the Fuck. Now, he has come out with an apology. You know, and so we'll see what happens further, you know. For one, I wonder why his team wasn't running his social media page, why he just had access to it like that. But, you know, hey, so be it. It happened.
Fire the whole team.
It's out there.
Fire the whole team.
You
You
know?
know what? You know what?
It's out there. Bag just fell.
Ancestors in here. Look. I figured.
Oh,
no,
wow.
I figured this out. He did this shit on purpose. Nelly got a single, or he got something that's about to drop.
So the reports say, he says that this was an old video.
They always say that shit.
It was an old video that was private and never meant to go public. But what happened was the girl got a hold of the video, posted the video.
How was it on your iPhone 13?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Like,
it was if it was an old video,
did y'all share the cloud?
they had to be sharing clouds, or they might have shared it to each other. I don't know.
See, y'all sharing clouds, and y'all felt that precipitation. It started raining on y'all ass. That's why I don't look. Never mind.
And so,
All you iPhone users.
Nelly Mo, brother, glad you apologized.
Yeah.
But I didn't know we were still recording like that. But all right.
I don't either.
All right. So that's this week's What the Fuck moment.
So since we're gonna wait and do the Valentine's episode next week.
All right.
Valentine's episode next week. I figure I got a little question. Got a little question for you. You know, and I'm gonna pose the question. And then I got a little backstory.
Okay.
You know, behind it.
Okay.
Have you ever been at a restaurant and ghosted by your friends? Like
By my friends.
Like y'all had planned to go out. What up, Shell? Y'all had planned to go out or whatever.
Okay.
And then you ended up being the only one that showed up. You the only one that showed up. Like, has it ever happened or something similar to that? And what did you do? Now, while you ponder on that, I'll give you a little backstory. Chad Ochocinco Johnson.
Okay.
You know, now football community is a tight knit.
Yeah.
Just like athletes, tight knit group or whatever like that. You can always, find a connection, somewhere business wise or whatever the case may be. You know, all that. And so last week was a Pro Bowl.
Correct.
So all the Pro Bowlers, were
shit
down.
nobody watches. But yeah.
Exactly. All the Pro Bowlers were down in Vegas, practicing, having a good time. Really wasn't no fucking practice because they played two-hand touch the whole goddamn game and shit. But, you party, like y'all go out and kick it, this, that, and the other. Well, Chad Ochocinco hit up two of, I guess, friends or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to say like the gentleman's names or whatever like that. But he was just like, hey, let's meet up for breakfast. Blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
Ocho gets to the restaurant. He's the only one there. He's the only one there. So he tries to contact them. What about that?
Okay.
No answer. Like, hit their social medias, no answer. Calls, no answer. None of that shit. They later hit Ochocinco up and was like, my bad, bro. Like, we had practice. Ocho had them at breakfast, or he planned the breakfast at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Y'all ain't got practice in.
Not then.
Y'all ain't got practice in.
Not then. No. So, a couple things. First of all,
Yeah.
if you invite me to breakfast at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and the Pro Bowl's in Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
Pro Bowl is in Hawaii.
No. It was in Vegas this year.
It was in Vegas
They
this
switched
year.
it up.
Okay,
They
it was
switched
in
it.
Vegas this year.
Yeah.
Right. So if you invite me to breakfast at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
in Vegas,
Yeah.
knowing the night before,
Uh-huh.
we probably didn't get in till 4.
Nope.
5,
Yeah.
you know, maybe even 6 o'clock.
So you could have just walked on over to the restaurant.
Walked up right on over to the restaurant. I'm not coming either. All right. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm gonna look at Ocho and be like, why? You know, why are we going to breakfast at 6 in the morning? There's other times of breakfast. There's 8, there's 9, you know, there's even brunch. They mix lunch and breakfast together. We can have the best of both worlds. You know, I'm not gonna meet you in Vegas at 6 o'clock in the morning
Now Chad
for breakfast.
Chad is on now.
Oh, now you want to get on, Chad? You're going to have to go
Chad,
catch the replay, Chad.
You got to go back and catch the replay of Lyric Lounge.
Of Lyric Lounge.
It was specifically for you.
Yeah. So I'm not going to breakfast at 6 in the morning. Now, I would have just told Chad no when he invited me.
Look.
Then, you know, back when he invited me, I would have just been like, no, I'm not meeting you at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, don't don't sit up and say like, yeah, I'm, I bet, like, cool,
No,
like
I'm
we
not
meet.
doing that. Yeah.
But no, you all right, Chad. So it's always a replay that y'all can catch on like the top 7 platforms in the world.
Go ahead.
Shameless
Give
plug.
Plug. Boom.
But okay, so I'll say me personally.
Yeah.
Have I ever been somewhere or gone somewhere with people? No, but I mean it's kind of a tricky question because I am a punctual person. Look. If we say 7 o'clock dinner or movie at 7 p.m. or 7:30, this and the other, I'm probably there. I'm probably there like 6:30, 6:45.
That is correct.
I'm there. Look, hey, things happen.
Yeah.
So if dinner's at 7 and I'm there at 6:45, well, at that, so by 7:15, I'm looking like what the fuck going on?
Well, y'all,
What the hell going on?
where y'all
I mean, y'all know most of these restaurants. Look, Chad said yes, that is true.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like most of these restaurants or whatever, you got to have like 90% of your party before you seated.
That's
or whatever.
true. That is correct.
7:15. Where the hell y'all at? Where the hell y'all at?
That's true. You can't sit down. No, they're not gonna sit me until we all show up. So, where y'all at? At least is Bill on the way? You know what I'm saying? Is Carter on the way? Where's Shanitra? We
Hey.
it's 10 of us that's going, and at least 5 got to be here before we can sit down. So I feel you. I don't know if I've ever been ghosted like that.
Nah,
I don't think I've ever been ghosted like that to where, I was the only one that showed up. Not that I can think of.
I'll say in those cases, whatever like that, I didn't have shit else to do. So it's like so I'm just chilling. I'm chilling at the fucking bar, like having a drink. That's the other. And then, look, hold on. And then the people end up showing up like later, like, all right, we on our way. This that, and the other. Better hurry before this fucking drink is done.
Like, real talk. Most of the time, it's either at a spot that, like you said, I don't mind going to, and it probably got a bar, so I'm able to just chill, like you say, get a drink, hang out, and then. And if nobody show up, then cool. I can have a drink, go sit down, and then move around. If nobody decides to show up, but ghosted, I've never been just ghosted like that.
Have you been ghosted on a date?
Yes, I have been ghosted on a date. Yes, my friends have never ghosted me, but a goddamn date did ghost me.
Huh.
Yeah, I remember this was 2006. Right, it was 2006, and we were supposed to go to North Park and eat at the TGI Fridays. That was behind the mall.
Yeah,
remember the TGI Fridays behind the mall?
Yep.
So we go eat at the TGI Fridays behind the mall, and so she said, and it was a Saturday, and I was like, hey, cool, I'll be there at 4. All right, I'll be there at 4 o'clock. I'll meet you there. She said, cool. I was like, bet. Cool. We go to, because I think at the time, TGI Fridays had not all day happy hour, but it was like 4 to 7 reverse happy hour.
Yeah.
For just that TGI Fridays, because they were trying to compete with Kona Grill that was downstairs that had the reverse happy hour. Mm-hmm. So I got there, right about 4, because I wanted to be after 4 o'clock so I can get the happy hour specials. So I want the happy hour special, damn it. So I walk in, and I sit down at the bar, and I was
tell
like,
you what I do.
Hey, somebody's coming, I got one coming. And so they was like, cool. You want something? I said, yeah, go ahead and give me a Long Island iced tea. So I had a Long Island iced tea. I'm drinking a Long Island iced tea. I'm sitting there, 4:30 shows, comes around. I'm like, damn, hey, what's going on? Right? Don't hear nothing. So I pull out my razor, phone, flip it open.
Tell you how old this shit is.
You know what I'm
said a
saying?
razor.
I pull out my razor phone, flip it open. And then I send her on the T9 text message. I say, hey, checking on you, you on the way. I don't hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? No response. No response. So 5 o'clock rolls around. And then at that point, you start to feel like, because it was the same bartender.
Yeah.
Because he had just started his shift, right?
He's shaking his drinks like.
So he looking
"You
at
want
me.
another one?"
Yeah. So by then, I done had like 3 Long Island iced teas, and he looking at me for
Oh,
this.
you lit. Oh, you
oh,
lit.
I'm lit.
Oh, you lit.
I'm lit. And he looking at me like,
I can only serve you like one more.
yeah, you good? You all right? And this is the part that hurt, right? It hurts your heart. It not hurt your heart, but it hurts your ego, right? When a total stranger that you never met before, and this is the bartender, he says to you or he asks you, she's not coming.
At least look, hold on. At least he didn't add look. At least he didn't add that look SAT with adjective onto the end of it. At least he was like, she ain't coming, is she?
Right, that's the worst, man. Like that's the worst. Right? I would have just walked out and not paid my tab had he had said that. He wouldn't have gotten the tip had he had said that shit. Pause. He wouldn't have gotten no monetary value at the end of the gratuity. He's like, getting longer. Pause. God damn. So
Yo,
he wouldn't have got anything if he would have
Oh,
said
my
she's
God.
not coming, is she? So yeah, man. So I was ghosted by a woman, and we never talked after that. We never talked again. I've never seen her again. But I did know her friend. And I asked her friend, I said, is she okay? And she's like, yeah, she's fine. She just went back to her ex-boyfriend, and they just so happened to be getting back together the time she was supposed to be coming to see you. I said, she was never coming to see me then.
nah.
Like, she was never coming to see me.
I'm about to say, you could have said that.
Like, then that was my thing. I was
Yeah.
like, she could have just said that shit.
Could have took
You
somebody
know?
else.
Yeah, right. I would,
Fuck.
I wasn't dating anybody. I wasn't with
Nah.
anybody. It was just me and her going, we were trying to talk or whatever, and it was what it was. But yeah, I got ghosted like that. I never again.
Have I got ghosted on the day? Nah, I ain't got ghosted. Like I just be telling. I used to tell them like, hey, that's where I be. Meet me. Look, hey, come out and hang if you want to. If you want to, come hang and shit.
I'll be here.
And I will say, because I am punctual or whatever, so I'm early as shit or whatever at that. So if happy hour started at 4 and I get there by 3:45 because I'm scoping to see where the fucking tables are and shit like that.
Man.
Hey, you want something to drink? Nah, can I get a water? I'm still trying to look at.
Yeah,
I'm still
man.
trying to look at
That's the move.
still trying to look at the menu.
That's the move.
And it be in that case, it's always a fucking waiter to come by like 12 times within that 15 minutes. Sure, you okay? Have you had a chance to look at the menu?
Yeah, look at the
should.
menu.
You
Yeah,
know?
look at the menu. Hey, we got tables over here. You want to sit at the table? Nah, it's only in the bar. It's happy
Yeah,
hour, right?
exactly.
Nah, I want to sit in the bar. That's where I want to sit. I want to sit in the bar.
Chad said, "I'll leave your ass."
Look-
Fucking right, I will.
Tip.
You don't
See
get
what
this.
said? That bitch could have sent a text. She could have T West, but she chose not to.
Her
So
beat-
it was what it was.
Her BB and pen wasn't working.
Yeah, her sidekick, it just wasn't swiveling right. That sidekick wasn't opening no. Shroom. It wasn't. The sidekick wasn't opening right.
Her,
T West.
her Nokia wasn't working. That little small ass Nokia.
That no kill. And she was playing Snake on and her battery died. Damn it. She didn't charge it in a month.
Oh my god, bro! Look, why we sitting here doing this shit, bro? Let's go ahead and get into black owned.
Let's do it. Let me get to it. Let's
Look,
get
look,
to it. Get to it. Get my theme music popping off. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Taking it to our black owned business of the week, brought to you by our sponsors and our partners, Assist for You. And they are doing an amazing Black History Month tribute and sale. So make sure you go check them out at www.assistforyou.com so you can check out our sponsors and partners, Assist for You. Our black owned business comes right out of DeSoto, Texas. It's called Peace, Love, and Eats, Smoothies, and More. Right there in the Grow DeSoto Marketplace. 324 East Beltline Road, Suite 205, DeSoto, Texas 75115. They got smoothies, fries, all types of stuff. They are vegan, and they also deliver through Uber Eats. So make sure that you check out Peace, Love, and Eat Smoothies and more right there in DeSoto Grove, DeSoto Marketplace, 324 East Beltline Road, Suite 205, DeSoto, Texas 75115. Make sure you check them out.
There you go. All right, now. Oh man, music of the week. Music of the week. I love when I get surprises like this. Love when I get surprises like this. You know, I don't want you to put the pitch up just yet. Y'all already know how this shit go, man. I'm just gonna play it. Look, hold on. Look, I pull two fucking songs. I'm gonna see which one. Look, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and play this one or whatever, and then obviously I'm gonna come back and tell y'all who the fuck it is. All right?
Let it ride.
Holiday. I like it. I like the way your lips feel. Kisses sweeter than a honey bun. I want it. I want you naked in the bed, silhouette by the candlelight, yeah. It's been a long day, you had her out. Come let me take all of that pressure off your mind. I'll give you something else to focus on. Hope you're not afraid of heights. Oh, this that love roller coaster, babe. Show me that you know how to ride. We ain't gotta say too much, just let our bodies do the talking tonight. Swear I see a piece of heaven every time I put your legs to the sky. Hold on tight and just ride, ride, ride. Only thing on my mind is pleasing you. Making music with your body, you know I love the sound. Swimming in your water, I'm deep in you. Won't come up till you come, won't stop unless you need to. Looking at that, I just a wonderful sight. We can get as nasty as you want to. Promise I'ma give you the time of your life. I really hope you're not afraid of heights. It's that love roller coaster, babe. Show me that you know how to ride. Yeah. We ain't gotta say too much, just let our bodies do the talking tonight. Swear I see a piece of heaven every time I put your legs to the sky.
My God. My God. My God. And they say R&B is dead.
R&B, they say it is.
They say R&B is dead. It ain't dead.
Ain't no possible way.
So if y'all could not recognize their voice, it's a blast from the past.
Hold on.
Valentine's Day is Monday. Valentine's Day is Monday. I'm giving you a soundtrack, an early soundtrack. You will have another one on Monday, which is Love Cobain by me. But
Boom.
You have a soundtrack. This is by none other than Jay Holiday. The album is entitled Time. This is Jay Holiday. The album is entitled Time.
Yeah.
This song is entitled Ride.
Jay Holiday done took the braids out and done got slick in the head.
Looking like Cat Williams.
Look at it. Looking like his name is Javier. That's what the J stand for? Javier. See ya, Javier.
Man, that's a smooth ass track though.
That's a smooth track.
That's a smooth ass track. All right, so yeah, go check that out. The album is entitled, it's Jay Holiday. The album is entitled Time.
Man, that's a tough album.
That's a tough ass track.
That's a tough track right there, man. That's a tough track right there.
It really is.
That's tough.
Chad said Javier Holiday.
Javier Holiday. Javier Holiday in the building.
Look, Chad asked a great question. She said, where has he been? Look, great question.
That is a great question.
I mean, he's been seen wandering the streets or whatever. He was mistaken for a valet one night and got into a little scuffle or altercation or whatever like that. You know,
how was he? Now Jay Holiday used to wear them big ass vests.
he had on a red jacket.
He had his put you to bed
Video
music shoot.
Hey, he
wardrobe on.
Look, he was right there with his ticket, trying to, he was waiting to get his car, and somebody yelled out, "Hey man, valet, I need my car." And he was like, "Ain't no fucking valet." And
I'll put you to bed.
And obviously, obviously the mishap, ensued.
Damn.
There you go. Yeah.
But welcome back, Jay Holiday.
There you go,
Javier.
No, that's a way to come back. Pause.
That it.
Pause. That is a way to resurface.
That is how you resurface, man. I mean, I guess there's no real way to say it.
It's not, but
in a good way.
And I'll say this: if you have a formula,
yeah.
What they really tell you is don't. Matter of fact, Dr. Dre said this. I've been looking at like documentaries and like different things or whatever like lately. Learning a lot. But Dr. Dre said, don't try to reinvent. Like,
yeah, man.
Now it works for some people like Kendrick Lamar, whatever like that.
Right.
But who you are essentially, and your style is your style.
Yeah.
Like master your style
and embrace your style.
Embrace your style and keep putting keep putting the work out.
Facts.
So I'm pretty like what I've heard so far. I didn't get a chance to get all the way through the album, but from what I heard so far, it's Jay Holiday.
It's Jay Holiday
with some smooth smooth R&B.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some sexuality.
That's what he do.
That's
what he do. Well, we glad that Javier is back. Welcome back, Javi.
There you go, Javi. Man, for everybody else. Oh, might as well say this too. Look, I am looking forward to this shit. Next Tuesday.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be able to talk to y'all about it until next week's show. But next Tuesday, Versus is back.
It is back,
and this is a good one.
This is a really good one. But we're gonna wait till next week to talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it next week
because it's gonna be
If y'all have not seen the promo that they did, look the best promos like thus far.
Yeah, I can't wait for this one,
bro. Yes,
I can't wait for this one.
Only for the lovers.
Only for the lovers.
The lovers.
This is the one you got to put on the TV, and you just gotta jam. You gotta jam this one.
You gotta now. You got to put it on the TV and make some Scorpios.
Make some Scorpios. Now look, I hope that they do it. Now, do you think that they're gonna do it concert style, or do you think I want them to take it back to the old format? The old format where they play the song, and the dude and the artist would either sing along with the song or whatnot.
So you want?
I want the old version.
You want that Brandy and Monica?
Yeah, give me the song or the Keisha Cole and
singing
and who was
like Keisha and Ashanti.
Yeah, but they want to fight. But I want that old version.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Let me hear the track. I don't want to hear them right now.
No, because
I want to hear the song.
I want to hear the song, and I want to hear you do some runs and everything else around.
Yeah,
it. AKA B Rocka, Brandy,
and just join in to your own song.
Because some of y'all live.
Because we know y'all ain't in them notes like you used to.
And
that's okay.
Charlene turned into Shelly. No offense, Shelly.
I was sitting here on the ladder. She rode.
No offense, Shelly. No offense, Shells. Shells was good. No, but hey, you ain't got the Hamiltones behind you. None of that other. I mean, just play the song.
Play the song. Let us jam to the song, because I think that's what we love so much about the verses was us hearing the song, taking us back to that moment, to the feeling of the song, and jamming with you as an artist with the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I hope that they go back to, and we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, we gonna see. We gonna see what Triller does.
Go do.
Yeah, what they gonna do. It better start on time. I know that.
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen at all. They gonna have fish plates and all that, and barbecue brisket, man, outside this versus. So no, it's not starting on time.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. I was trying to think of an R&B act around their time that was gonna open up for them, but
Man, I don't know.
Exactly. So on that note,
Hey, not a group.
we want to encourage everybody. To go to midweekvibes.com.
Yeah.
You know, we got some new merch that hit.
Yeah.
You know, Chad, we need to get it down in
Get it down
across the border.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So look, shout out to Chad. You know, Bane tapes were, you know, I can say they're international now. You know,
That's dope.
they've been playing in international stores now.
That's fucking
You know,
dope.
I love it.
That's
Love
fucking
it.
dope.
You
That's
know?
fucking dope.
You know, go to midweekvibes.com.
Yeah.
Get your merch.
Yeah.
You know,
And stay tuned because this is episode 95.
it is
We are 5 episodes away
from 100.
from 100 episodes.
Damn.
We are 5 episodes away
We were
from 100.
We were supposed to do a live show.
Well, you know, we're doing the job of like 15 people,
My God.
like just you and I and our other team, LM and Assist for You. You know, it's like 4 people doing the job of like 30.
Yes.
You know, so we're making as much happen as we can. Shout out to our LM and MS. Lovingly,
Yes.
MS. You know what that means.
Uh-huh.
So LM and MS.
Yep.
We love y'all. So
Yeah.
so we're gonna figure out something, and so we can
Jad,
make it happen.
Look, Jad, like Jad said, are you hiring?
Are we hiring?
We're doing internships.
We are. Go to the website. We're gonna put that up there too.
You know. Or Jad,
Or send us an email.
Send us an email to DM us.
Yeah.
You know.
And let us know what your expertise is.
Yeah, because we do need help.
We do. We
You
do.
know.
So
Other than that, you can catch us. You can catch the replays, or if you want to catch up on the previous 94 episodes, you can check us out on the top 7
7.
platforms in the world.
Yep.
That's Spotify,
Boom.
that's iHeartRadio,
Yes.
that's Apple Podcast,
Yes.
Pandora,
Yes. Google.
Google,
Yes. Audible.
and
Facebook.
Facebook,
And YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes, that's 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we leave one out?
No, that's
No,
it.
we got it.
I think we got all of them.
All right.
Yeah. That's all of them.
You know, for everybody out there who's proficient in, you know, proficient in, you know, business and, you know, different, you know, mantras or whatever like that, hit us up too.
Yeah, that's so.
We would love to collaborate,
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely.
support black owned business, you know. Let's look, I can throw all the fucking adjectives out right now.
Yeah.
Let's build together,
Let's build together.
you know.
Buy black.
Look, buy black, support black. Let's get. Matter of fact, look, before we get out, let's say this little funny thing because you know what happened with Jim Jones recently. He was in the
Yes.
he was in the Gucci store, whatever. Like
Yes.
that. Well, today he went up to the Louis store, and you know it was in the back. They had the music playing, and his friend was throwing money up in the air, and he said like, you know, what a difference, you know, the store makes. Like, you know, Louis.
So they went to the Louis store.
Louis said Louis basically took care of us, no issues, blah blah. He was like R.I.P. Virgil. Well, somebody commented up under that was like, why don't you go support? Why don't you go support a black owned business?
Facts.
Blah blah blah. Jim Jones' response was, open up a shop, or whatever that. Put your money where your mouth is, or whatever. And I come support it.
What?
Yeah,
Open up a shop.
yeah.
Open up a shop?
Everything's online now, Jim.
Open up a shop?
Yeah,
You ain't gotta open up a shop to support.
Yeah.
If you wanna support, you support.
exactly.
You trying to spend $29,000 in Gucci,
on the keychain.
you know, and you got mad because they ain't bring you sparkling water, you know? Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Like, invest in my shop then.
exactly.
Yeah, but that's another
Be
story.
a silent partner. Help me open it.
That's
What up, Green Perfuse? You know, speaking of shops, we got Chad. You know, in Mexico.
In Mexico.
In Mexico,
Mexico.
we got Green Perfuse. Two black owned businesses. You know,
Yes.
with women.
Yes.
You know, black owned businesses.
Facts.
You know, that y'all need to check out. Great stuff.
Great stuff.
You know,
you can't forget about Chad and Ray.
Exactly, Chad and Ray. You know, look, 3 black-owned businesses owned by women.
Yep.
Ladies, y'all need clothes for Valentine's Day. If y'all got dates, even if y'all the side piece, he gonna take y'all out.
Oh man,
y'all go to Hop Dotty or something. Get y'all a little burger.
Not the Hop Dotty.
Get your little burger, something.
He said the Hop Dotty.
If there's nothing else, may we stand? May we stand? I want to thank y'all for tuning in. It's been another great episode of Midweek Vibe. I'm your boy Cobain. That's Draper Winston.
I am.
Until next week. Peace.
Peace.